Chaos Space Marines. My role is pretty flexible, so my army can score high in specific matchups, and in other matchups, it can just hold the line and be a very reliable scorer. So depending on the team and the nation that we face, my army can be adapted quite flexible in the pairing process.
I'm playing Blood Angels, and my role is to 20-0 everyone.
So I'm going to be playing Grey Knights. I think my role is a bit like a flexible role. I've got some matchups where I can like push for a 20-0, some where I can hold like a 10-10 quite well, so like a flexible role.
So I'm playing Leagues of Votan. It's a people's army, right? Very basic 40k, no tricks, nothing wild, just generic Warhammer. But I love them. Bit of shooting, bit of combat, lots of scoring elements. So my role in the team is just to go for that kind of blunting role, try and get as many points as I can against like anything, and just pray I don't get absolutely smashed by Thousand Suns or Blood Angels, but we'll see.
So I'm playing the Thousand Suns, and I'm going to be a bit of a flexible pick in the team. I'm using the same list I used last year pretty much, so yeah, I'm hopefully going to be doing well with them.
I am playing the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard, and my role is to stay firm. Down the middle. 10-10 king. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, I think probably Dark Angels, because the damage doesn't damage.
Sisters of Battle, I think. The more Flamer Seraphim they have, the worse it is for me, because they really kill me fast. So that is not one I'm looking forward to play.
There's not really a particular matchup I worry about massively. I've got a couple matchups, mainly like heavy melee matchups, really. Can be a bit trickier, but they're all playable, which is kind of what my army's designed to do.
Well, I've already mentioned them, right? Yeah, I would say Marines of most types and Thousand Suns are my two worst games. Outside of that, I can play pretty much anything. I'd say maybe NIDs as well. There's certain NID armies that I struggle with, but generally I think the army's pretty strong because I've got a lot of tanks as well. Eldari are pretty good against me with all the haywire and things like that, but I think I could give them a game. I might be wrong.
There are a few armies that do counter T-Suns. I've played against a few GK librarians in my time, and they're a bit tough to deal with.
I definitely don't want to play these Thousand Suns at all. Terrifying army. One of the best in the game currently. Yeah, that's a bit of a tough one. It's a lot of indirect.
France. I think France. Very, very cool team. They have a massive team scene in France as well. And all the guys are lovely too. They're going to be great to play and also great on the table. They're going to be amazing.
I think a lot of people are saying France, and I'm agreeing with that. Just looking over there, they had three French players in the final four of War Master, so they've clearly brought a very talented squad. They have some really tricky lists, so my pick would be France.
I think there's a couple. I think probably France. I think they've been really impressive in War Masters in the last couple of days, and I think their balance of lists, the players they've got, look really, really strong this year, especially an upgrade from last year. But I also think USA and Poland there as well.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think it's quite tough at the top. I think there's a number of nations that are vying for it. I think for me personally, America is going to be like that team that's vying for the top and we want to try and beat. Great players, great armies, great guys.
So my number one pick for the WTC 2024 is going to be France. I think they've got an amazing lineup. They're well prepared, and they're lovely guys. I hope they do really well.
Potential number one. Two come to mind. First one is definitely Poland, since they won it last year. And, you know, we've got a few wacky lists, but you know, very well respected team, and I think they've got the most WTC wins, like with 4 stars. And pretty much mainly them as the main competitor. Some of the other teams are good, of course, like France, USA, I guess, but not up to the same level, I'd say.
I think I'd like to play Olivier. He's one of the best players in France. He's just won the singles. I don't know if you know, but he's just won the singles event. And I think Marine on Marine, let's find out what the better Marine is.
Definitely US. We have a lot of friends in the US team, and I've played a lot of them over the years. And if I had to choose one, it would be my Ignite teammate, Brian Sight. I'm coming for you, buddy.
So related to America, my old mate Nick Nanavati, we've known each other for years. I've not played him since I played him at the LVO back in like 2019 before COVID. great guy, great player. We've been playing this game for years, and I just love to absolutely smash him again.
I would love to face John Lennon from USA. I played him once on TTS, and I really want to have a rematch with him. I think he's a great sport.
Oh, I would love to play with Sacco from Team France because he's just a good mate of mine, and I'll put him into the dirt. I'm gonna get 10-10.
The guy that just walked past here through the shot, Nassim Fouchain, he's like a school kid that doesn't do his homework. He's like just so annoying, so annoying.
Easily Nas. I think Nas is, he's like a child, isn't he? We had a practice weekend recently, and then he must have spent the whole weekend just chatting nonsense, breathed once, so definitely Nas.
The one right here holding the phone, Alex Harrison. #1 most annoying teammate. That's it.
Oh my God. If all of us haven't answered Nassim on this one, then something's wrong. But I love Nassim. He's just a child in a man's body sometimes. If you haven't met him yet, you'll hear him before you see him.
Alex, camera on him. This guy, princess. He's a princess. Yeah, definitely Alex.
I mean, I definitely can say Nassim because he stood right there, and he's already called me out. But no one's more annoying than Manny Chima. He takes a lot of work, but we all love him.